The following program is for mature audiences only. The views expressed by the people and other guests on the podcast are their opinions and their own and don't reflect the institutions or establishments that they work for. So please do not get our asses fired or canceled. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay Whitaker. Welcome back to Glad You Made It podcast. I've missed you. Decided to do an episode. Episode title is It's Been a Year and Some Change. You'll find out why. Make sure you give our podcast a nice subscription, nice little rating. Rating. I want to hear what you have to say. Email us at gladyoumadeitpodcast@gmail.com or email me personally at itsjwhitaker@gmail.com. If you have questions for the podcast, hit us up. But show us some love. Make sure you go on. We're back. Things are happening. More good things coming. Thank you so much for the people that have supported through the downtime, the hard times, the good times, the bad times. I'm excited to get in this episode. It's just me bringing y'all up to speed on my life. I hope that y'all enjoy it. If you got questions for the podcast, like I said, email me. Let us know what you think. I'm going to have some great guests for you. I'm excited about this new season. Y'all are about to see a different side of me. If you know me personally, if you know me professionally, it's going to get weird, and that's okay. But either way, I'm so glad to be podcasting again. I'm so glad to talk to y'all again. I'm so glad to share some stories with y'all, and I'm just glad. I'm glad I made it. And so I hope y'all enjoy this episode. Please send me your feedback. Let me know what you think. I hope all is well with you and your families. Much love. Much love. Enjoy the episode. Let's get into it, baby. Oh, yeah. Also, real quick, I just realized I just listened to the previous episode before this episode. Woo, damn, a lot of shit has changed. Y'all, if y'all want to go back into the episode right before this, which is literally about a year and some change ago, yeah, it's a different vibe. So, like I said, enjoy the episode. Let's get into it. I guess let's start from the beginning. Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad I made it. Holy shit, it's been a while. Yeah, guys, it's me. I'm Jay. For those who are familiar with this program, this is the Glad You Made It podcast. We talk about wellness, taking care of yourself, comebacks, setbacks, pivoting, all through humor, all with a little bit of humor, a little bit of current events. Maybe not so much. It's an election year. I'd prefer to just let us just cruise this one out. But yeah, I'm back. I don't know how to start this again. It's been over a year. It's been a year and some change. It's been over, yeah. As I say this to you, I just celebrated my birthday. As I record this, it is September 4th. It's been a while. I haven't recorded since July of 2023. There's a reason for that. I had some life transitions that happened and that I was not prepared for, and I needed to take time for me. I hope that y'all can understand and respect that. For those who have been listening, and it's crazy. I would still get like emails and see my Spotify stats and all that stuff, and people are still listening to old episodes. Some of them repeat listeners. I'm like, damn, what happened? Did you not get all the information you needed? And if that's how you get down, I implore you to take some notes. If you'd like to take some notes, whatever. But just know that I appreciate everybody that has listened and all the new listeners. I have found some new listeners, new fans, new opportunities. I am so grateful. Welcome to the show. Glad You Made It podcast. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. Shit, I'm glad I made it. it's been a rough year and some change. And I'll just address it right up and be upfront. Going through an unexpected divorce, unexpected retirement from the military, left the state of Massachusetts, and had moved on with life and started taking care of myself, taking care of my family, my brothers, my sisters, and, my family, and really had to look inward for a little bit. Which is tough. You got to really sit back when you go through so much transition, and especially an abrupt transition. You have like little time to figure out that wiggle room. You're like, oh shit, am I okay? And that's okay. And you have to give yourself grace, and sometimes just be in sweatpants for like 5 days in a row, watching old reruns of Justice League Unlimited. Don't judge me, okay? Like that. Childhood nostalgia. Sometimes you just got to roll yourself up in an emotional burrito and hug yourself. Okay. Hug yourself, take care of yourself. Cause at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. That's, I've learned probably the biggest thing is through this whole transition process is that all you have is yourself. And and if you're lucky, you have good family and friends beside you. And I'm very fortunate to have that. Looking back on this year, literally a year ago, I was, packing, pretty much packing on my birthday, and had arguably the worst birthday I've ever had of all time. And, but you got to find the silver lining in everything. And you have to realize, you can be a victim or you can be a victor, like flat out. If you're going through something, it's going to suck. That's the whole point. But you got to remember, it's not happening to just you. Everybody's got their own shit that they're dealing with. And it's up to you at the end of the day to pick yourself up and keep living your best life. Don't live for anybody else. You'll make mistakes if you live for other people. I know this. I have a lot of survivor's guilt from friends that are no longer here. I try to live for them. I got to start living for myself. I had to do some real work for myself. And I'll skip y'all. I'll skip through the details, and because no disrespect, that's just private. There's some things I don't want to get into, but I'm really grateful that I had great people around me once I figured out who your people are, because unfortunately you got to figure out who your people are when life hits you the way that it hits you. You kind of feel displaced. Actually, for 100%, you totally feel displaced. And now you have to assess who's friendly, who's not, who's in between, who's whatever. And it's a torturous and arduous process, but it is so rewarding. You may not ever get over it, but you'll definitely get through it. And so to anybody that may be listening and maybe going through something or already went through something, tell me about it. I would love to hear. I think it's human nature. Not to say misery loves company, but we damn sure like to hear about some other people that are going through some shit, so you don't feel like you're the only one. I think that's why misery loves company, just because, damn, you just want to be like, all right, some people have it worse, maybe, or I have it better, or maybe I have it the worst, but at least I know that there's some people that get me, And to those people that are listening, I appreciate you for just getting me. I really, really do. I really, really do. Because having people that get you when you are lost and they're trying to just be a beacon of hope, so to speak, it's such a powerful feeling, and I had to go, I've been therapizing, y'all. Been therapizing. Woo. Got got two therapists, one black, one white. Don't ask. It's not your business. It's a social experiment. Who knows? This might be a book later. But I don't know. It's nice. It's been nice to have access to therapy. And if you're in a situation where you can't get help, don't be afraid to ask for help. I'll just say that. But I've had to face a lot of my demons, work on some inner child stuff. And that's the crazy part when you look back on the inner child shit and you're like, damn, I've been carrying this for how long? Over 3 decades? Damn, this was the problem. This is like the crux. This is what's been here, that little dark passenger that whole time for that long, going all the way back to the 80s. Damn, it was there back then? For real? Back then? Back when OJ was just OJ? It's a different time. Oh, you mean it was still there in the 90s too? Back when Macaulay Culkin was cokening? When he was home alone? Yo, by the way, when you watch all these old school movies, do you realize how good we had it to not see like a cell phone in sight? Watching Home Alone is such a great movie. I love Home Alone, although, yeah, Child Protective Services needs to come in and intervene at some point. Like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I digress. I think the biggest thing that I want people to understand about my hiatus, it was nothing personal. The fear of getting on the microphone and just being like, okay, how much do I want to share? How much am I going to go into this? Am I going to break down during all of this? Is this going to be a shit show? No, it's just, or you don't feel like you have anything to say, or you're not really excited to talk about nothing. You're just kind of numb. And the reason why I'm proud to, even though I'm just kind of spouting off some feelings and emotions, and don't worry, folks, we'll have some guests on. I got a great slew of guests lined up, and I hope that, do me a favor, just smash the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. We got to get back on, got to get back on track. Got to get my website back up, my link tree. I got merch coming. There's a lot of cool things coming. And I'm not just saying it just to say like, oh, mixtape coming soon. No, like we are actually, and I say we because I have a great team behind me. I have a lot more time on my hands now, and I'm grateful. So things are coming soon. So just, if you want to go to my link tree, linktree.com/itsjaywhitaker, just support me there. I would greatly appreciate it. And got more content. So, got a lot of shows coming up. As I say this now, I'll be doing some shows with Dulce Sloan. If you haven't heard of her, you're wrong. She's just a wonderful comedian that has invited me to be a part of her nationwide tour and work a couple of the shows. So it'll be cool. It's an honor, and I got to give a big shout out to her just for making a brother laugh, like for real. She, just good people. So just good people. If you go, make sure you support her. Go to dulcesloan.com and, and check her out there. I know I'm going to be with her for Maine, New York. Go see her in DC. I won't be there for that one, but go see her in DC. I'm going to be there for Seattle, New Orleans, and Sunnyvale, California at Rooster Teeth Feathers. So there's a lot of big things moving, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity, to show I can do something in this industry. It's a great feeling, and I got to speak on some comedian stuff right now because I'm so grateful for my comedy brothers and sisters. I see them back in Boston, you know, and my people back in LA and Utah and Vegas. I met a lot of great comedians, and it was hard to like. I took maybe like 6 months off. Wasn't really doing shows. Definitely wasn't podcasting. I was just kind of like a ghost. And if it wasn't for some of my comedy brothers and sisters, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. So they know who they are, and they probably not listening because they got their own podcast and shit. But, shout out to them. They know who they are, and I'm super grateful for that comedian family. Because at some point they're gonna start roasting your ass. They're like, "Dude, you still in sweatpants, dog? It's Wednesday. It's 10 a.m. Like, do something." And but I got a chance to watch some of my peers really shine. I went out to back in May. I had a chance to go to the Netflix as a Joke Festival and support some of my friends. You may already know my dude, Jay Washington. That's my guy. I'm gonna try to get him on the show. I'm so proud of him. I had a chance to watch him tape his live set, and it's actually out on YouTube right now, Big Black and Nerdy. So make sure you go check that out at Jay Washington Comedy. That's my dog right there. He killed it that night. I was so proud to see him do it because Netflix is a joke festival. They gave him his own show, and he rocked it. And he rocked it. It was so dope to see him. Even though I knew, I was like, damn, I wish I was up there. I wish, I hope I can get back on stage. But it was so good to see him do his thing. I had a chance to watch my boy Rafi Gonzalez. We both got nominated as Boston Comedian of the Year. And the crazy shit, I'll tell you flat out, I got nominated for that shit, and I wasn't even living in the state at that time. I got the notification, and I'm like, damn, I just moved, and what an honor that was. I went to the whole the ceremony for that. I lost, but I lost to one of my best brothers in comedy, Rafi Gonzalez. Go check out Rafi Gonzalez. He is amazing. He's been on HBO, and just a great comedian. He's on tour with Jack Jr., Jack Jr. is another dude that y'all should be following. He's half Armenian, half Mexican, and he's just hilarious. He rocked a sold out show at the Netflix as a Joke Festival. I got a chance to see my friends in comedy really shine, and it was so cool. It was such a powerful experience. So, I salute to my comedy brothers and sisters right now. Y'all are a big reason why I got to keep doing this, because, there's comedians were like we're a little bastardized family, and you're just so grateful to be a part of them. And I hung in there, had some opportunities to come up working, going on tour, and then cruise ships happened. Cruise ships. That was a 2-year long process because they had reached out to me. They had reached out to me like a couple years ago, and I was still in the service. So I was like, I can't really do that. I would have to take a ton of leave, and I just don't have that, but I retire maybe in the next 5 years, and they were like, all right, cool. Hit us up when you retire. So I'm like, cool. I'll hit them up in 5-6 years. Well, things changed, and I reached out like, hey, so early retirement, so y'all hiring? What's up? And sure enough, I had the opportunity to go on some cruise gigs, and there's such a stigma about comedy on cruise ships. It's where comedians go to die. No, they go to flourish. Now that stigma has been changed. There's a lot of great comedians out there. So if you're young, or or if you're older, or excuse me, of a veteran, experienced person. What does my son call my son likes to call older people a veteran of age. Which, yeah, by the way, my son's 17 now. Calling people veteran of age. What the boy? Anyways, so I get the cruise ship gigs, And I realized this is the big leagues. This is a great opportunity. You know, I've definitely never had a chance to do this before, so you got to lean into it. So to anybody out there who has any questions about performing on ships, maybe you might be a dancer, you might be a magician, acrobat. You know, like I hope to get some of these guests, these good people that I met on as guests, rather. And so just know that anything can change in your life at the drop of a hat. You just got to be ready for that shit. You got to be ready. And whatever your project is that you're working on, like if you got a passion project, keep working on it. Don't give up on it, because you never know when you might get an opportunity. And then they're like, all right, what else you got? What else you been working on? And then you're like, well, it just so happens that I have a 400-page book of animation that I've been working on for the last, 5 years. Or here's 3 scripts that I've been working on, or here's 30 comedy sketches that I've written, so always be working on something. You know what I mean? Like, one of my favorite rappers from the West Coast rappers from the 90s, Sugar Free. And he has a classic saying, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Okay. I'm going to say it again. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Notice the tone and resonance and timbre in my voice. I'm bringing it down for y'all so I can talk intimately to you. You feel me? You hear me knocking? Let me in. About to get in that ass like a bicycle seat. Come on, baby. But listen, it's a pleasure to just be it's a pleasure to just move forward in life. You can look back on the past. The past is the past. Hindsight is 2020. You can either laugh from it, learn from it, or love from it. That's just me. Laugh, live, learn. I sound like a hood TJ Maxx now. But I say this with all love in my heart to anybody. I know I've already said it, but to anybody that's going through it, stay strong. Stay on top of your. Stay focused. You're not lost. You're just temporarily displaced. And you're gonna find your way, because you will. You will. You always do. And whatever it is that, if it keeps you up at night, that's the shit you need to be doing. I'm gonna say it again. If it keeps you up at night, that's what you should be doing. Okay? Now, if it's some like, crazy shit, maybe not. I'm up for the weird shit and the unique creative shit, but if it's a little bit too weird and has a big budget, okay, maybe, I don't know. But you get what I'm trying to say. Within reason, if it keeps you up at night, that's the shit that you need to be doing. So if you're having some weird, kinky ass dreams, that's on you. Maybe just give it a shot. Maybe reach out to like a nice subreddit and explore. Maybe ask some questions. Maybe create like a fake account just so you can like get the discourse, in the chat moving. Not that I'm not speaking from experience. Sparkle 257. I'm teasing, but lean into it. Lean into whoever you are. It's gonna save you. If you lean into whoever you are, once you accept your role and your purpose in this thing that we call life, you will fall into a rhythm. A lot of us, I feel like we're salmon swimming upstream and a bear's trying to get us, and we're fighting against that thing that we're supposed to, we've been put on this earth to do. We've just been fighting against it. We're like, nope, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not supposed to be doing that. That's what other people do. I'm supposed to work in this cubicle and die and, wear Perry Ellis shirts to work. There's nothing wrong with Perry Ellis. It's a fine mid-tier brand. I wish them the best of luck. You can get them at TJ Maxx. Great sales. There will be no TJ Maxx slander on this podcast. For the record, TJ Maxx, if you're listening, yeah, I'm a Maxxinista. I gets busy. Okay. I'm there. You guys got my favorite set of reading glasses. They're always on sale, $9.99 for a nice little 3-pack. They come in handy. You need some good readers. Good. That's just me. You always got good soaps. You got good candles. Just a little nice little knickknacks for seasonal stuff. Nice. The point is, all right, look, I'm getting off track here, but I just want people to lean into who they are. Please lean into who you are. It will save you. It will preserve you. And don't be afraid to pivot. Do not be afraid to pivot. And if you need to talk to somebody who has had to learn to pivot multiple times, this is like what, my sixth pivot? Sixth, maybe. You know, I've hit rock bottom a few times. I think my next one, I get a free smoothie. You know, carry like my nice little rewards card, my rock bottom rewards card. And but you got to learn to laugh at it. If you're laughing, you're living. I say that all the time on stage. So keep going. Keep going to anybody that's out there. Also, you know, I try to keep my podcast evergreen. But we could talk a little bit of current events for a little bit. Well, this actually passed. But the Olympics, man, I love the Olympics because the Olympics is truth. Politics is theater, but the Olympics is truth. You feel me? You know, we sit there and watch politicians do. Don't worry, this is not going to become a weird political podcast. But we sit there and watch politicians just do whatever they need to say and say whatever they need to do to get elected. You know, and I'm just like, nah, man, this is all theater and people questioning people's accent and turning black and people questioning felonies and all this other stuff. And look, just, it's all theater. I mean, vote for who you want to vote for. I respect it. I've served the country. So you have the, you know, I'm proud to say I helped serve those freedoms that we uphold and protect. I'm proud to say I was a part of that. And so I still love my country, even though I always will wonder, does it love me? But man, for the Olympics, bro, the Olympics. Oh my Lord. All day. I'm watching it. I was watching, you know, I'm a former sprinter, so I had to turn up for the sprints. You know, good to see America just, you know, win on the sprints. It was cool to see St. Lucia get their gold medal. That was so dope. You know, St. Lucia, that country only has, it's the size of like, it only has like 1 million some odd people or something like that. Maybe 2.1 million. I could Google this, but you know, this is not a fact. This is not a podcast that we're not spouting off stats. We'll get there once I get a co-host or something. But yeah, just know that it was so cool to see. We need more videos of like countries celebrating gold, especially like, you know, with all due respect, like the underdog countries where like maybe you may not be familiar with this country. Like, oh shit, Luxembourg got a gold medal skeet shooter. Oh shit. Georgia got, not Georgia the state, but Georgia the country. They got, they have a dope high jumper. I want to see that. I want to see more footage of smaller countries celebrating, you know, future icons, people that will probably be printed on their money or like, you know, be big in commercials that, you know, all of a sudden some gold medalist in Luxembourg is now pitching like fast food. You know what I mean? Like that shit's crazy to me. We could talk about the breakdancing. Look, I enjoyed it. I'll just flat out say it. I enjoyed the breakdancing. I love the playlist. Some people say it was whitewashed down or watered down, so to speak. Obviously, the girl from Australia, Ray Gunn, you know, kind of lowered the credibility of some of the competition. But man, let me just tell you, as a kid who grew up on hip hop music, it was so dope to like sit there and watch something that is so pure and came from nothing like hip hop and be put on a global stage. It was honestly moving for me personally. And it was just cool. I mean, there was this Ukrainian girl named Nika with a do-rag on. Little white girl with a do-rag on, just killing it. You so much energy. And that was another thing. That was a funny part. Because, they had, since it was the first time they did breakdancing in the Olympics, breaking in the Olympics, they had to include like the OGs. And the OGs were great, super technical, super great. But man, you could see that age. Them windmills was like them windmills was at half speed. That little Ukrainian girl came out there and she was basically moonwalking in the air and shit. So much energy. I wanted to join a gym after that shit. Well, join another gym, like a one that like Stretch Lab or something, where you gotta, make an appointment and you come in, they stretch you out. I need to start doing that. I've been doing more leisurely shit. I got walking shoes now, not running shoes, walking. Yeah, walking. Nope, there will be no jog. Hey, Jay, can you catch up? Hey man, we're at the corner. You got to be there in 2 minutes. Can you sprint? No, dude. These shoes aren't made for that, bro. I'm out here walking. Like I'm in like a New York. I'm walking here. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing. Walking shoes. If you see me, also I bought a pair of Crocs. Okay. I'm on Margaritaville ships. I decided they had the Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville Crocs. Look, if you're going to buy a pair of Crocs, go big or go home. I'm not going to buy the standard black Crocs, with like the default outfit, like when you create a character in a video game. I'm not getting the defaults. I'm getting we going big or going home. Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville, that's his, man. If you're getting Crocs, those are the Crocs you get. Nothing says leisure like these. I'm literally wearing them right now. I'm in an LL Bean bathrobe, navy blue, and a do-rag holding a brandy glass right now. I don't have brandy, so I'm just having a little bit of rum. That's fine. Okay. This is my podcast. I haven't talked to y'all in a year and a half, or not a year and a half, but a year and some change. And boy, it's been a lot of change. Yeah, that's the name of the episode. Year and some change. Yep. Okay. That's what we're doing. That's clever. Idiot. So just happy to see the Olympics, and been checking out some new shows, been rediscovering what I like again. Sometimes, I might just cuddle up in bed and watch some old cartoons and just kick back. And I'm really excited to get back on stage and get back on the road. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to do these shows out at sea, but I'm definitely missing some land shows. And, it's fun. I have this free time now that I'm retired from the service, which I'm very grateful for. I have just time to kind of reconnect with myself. If I'm being honest, I gave this country 20 years and 2 divorces. And, I say that I can chuckle at that, but I realize how much I've given. And I don't say it to be like, oh, thank me for, no. We're not doing that. But I'm just realizing, like, there's moments where you realize, damn, I did sacrifice certain things. And, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I wanted to do, for the record, I wanted to do so much more in the Air Force. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to. And that decision was really just based on betting on myself. I felt that I was entering my prime as a comedian, or ready to enter my prime. And so I had to really bet on myself. And it's not an easy thing to do. I was walking away from a lot of stability, job security, camaraderie, just, even little perks and benefits. And, but I figured that's a hard decision to make. It really is a hard decision to make. And you got to be mindful of like ready to, like, I still haven't really fully transferred to being a civilian. You know what I mean? Like I still, every now and then I find myself standing at parade rest or standing at attention, or, when I hear the national anthem, like my ears perk up and I'm like, I'll be walking around the house or walking through a hotel and I'll start doing facing movements. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? Like, what? Like, bro, you're not that person anymore. You know, and but it's like now I get the chance to kind of live for me and listen to that voice of, damn, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm only in tune with myself. You know, I'm grateful for the structure. I never expected to join the military. I had other options and I had other aspirations. And I remember I was going to junior college because I was bummed that college didn't work out for me at the time. And I came back to my mother's house and I saw a recruitment letter from the Air Force. And I wanted to go to the Marines first, but my knees were too busted from track and field and football. And the recruiter was like, yo, Air Force is on the other side of the street. And so I popped in, and the rest is history, you know. And it's been a wild 20 years and an honor to serve. And I've seen some great places, but it's crazy. I'm seeing more places now due to comedy. So I'm just so blessed. I'm so grateful for the sergeants, the NCOs, the officers that really supported me in this process and being like, hey, coming to, and so to all of my military folks that are listening, I appreciate you. If you showed up, if you bought one ticket, it means a lot. It means a lot because you got me to where I'm at. And for the people that buy tickets, I appreciate it. I'll say this. For the people that buy tickets first without asking to be on the guest list, y'all are the real heroes. You know, unfortunately, you know, in this business, there's not a lot of guest lists. So sorry in advance. So, you know, if you want to support me, you know, don't ask to be on the guest list. Pay with, you know, I'm worth change. I'm worth ticket money. I'm worth getting a babysitter. I'm worth a 2-drink minimum. I'm worth a park and pay. You know, I got some good jokes, hot jokes, new adventures. Got a lot of new shit. Okay. Started horseback riding again. Bought Crocs. Wear New Balances to the gym. I used a bidet on full blast. I'm living life, y'all. Okay. Used it. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. Used a bidet on full blast. Game changer. Game changer. Okay. Takes a lot of courage. You know, some people ain't ready for that. Some people can only do a quarter turn. No, full, like, don't even hesitate. You could judge me if you want. You may have questions. But this is a judgment-free zone. It's a judgment-free podcast. I'm glad you made it, and I'm glad I made it. I think this is time where I bid y'all adieu. I just want to give y'all a quick little 30-minute check-in. I went a little bit over time, but I got a fantasy draft starting soon. And, you know, it's about that time to get busy. So let's see if this is my third fantasy draft. Yeah, don't mind me. I have hobbies. You should too. No judgment over here. Okay. Getting into pickleball for no reason. Okay. You know, getting into lacrosse. Honestly, like I want me a lacrosse jersey. I want to go to like a lacrosse game. I want to check out a Boston Cannons game. I want to check out the California Redwoods. I'm into it. I'm into it. Was it the Utah Outlaws? Yes. Getting more into soccer. I'm in my soccer jersey era. You know, I know what salt life is. Okay. I know what salt life is. I'm doing salt life. Anyways, y'all take care. Thank you so much for listening. I'm glad you made it. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be back. Y'all take care.